These are your 10-3 notes. I need to give you a formula for arc length. Length, that is an L, equals x, which is the degree of the arc, times the circumference of the circle, divided by 360. So the first thing we have to do for all of these circles is figure out their circumference. So let's just do that for each of them before we even get started. So the formula for circumference is 2 pi r. In this first circle, 6 is our r. So 2 times pi times 6. I use 2 pi and then the 6. So the circumference for this one is going to be 12 pi. All right, let's figure out the circumference for number 2. This 15 is our radius. 2 times pi times 15. So our circumference is going to equal 2 times 15, 30 pi. Number 3, circumference will be 2 times pi times our radius is 4. So our circumference is going to be 8 pi. And for number 4, it's 9.5. That's weird. 2 times pi times 9.5. So our circumference is going to be 19 pi. All right. So we figured out our circumference. So now we need to plug this stuff in. So the formula I wrote up there was x times c divided by 360. Well, I figured out my c, so instead of the c, I'm going to write my 12 pi. Now I just need to know the x. Well, the x is the degree. We know that if the angle is 107, the arc that I'm looking for is 107. So it'll be 107 times 12 pi divided by 360. Type that in your calculator. Your answer will be 11.21 meters. All right. This next one, if I've got to do the x times c divided by 360. I figured out the c for you already. We'll go ahead and write in 30 pi. The x, if this angle is 38, that arc is also 38. So that's what I'm going to put in for the x. Type that in, and you would get, I don't know. I'll be nice. 9.95 inches. All right. Same thing. X times c over 360. We've got a problem, though. This 42 is telling me what that arc is, but I need to figure out this big arc. So we're going to do what we did. I have two parts. I have my purple part and my pink part. So a part, 142, plus a part equals our whole circle we know is 360. So let's figure out what that missing part is. So that gives me 218. So this whole big pink thing is 218. So that's the number I'm going to write in place of my x. 218 times, we figured out our c earlier. It is 8 pi. So type that in your calculator and you would get 15.22 centimeters. All right, last one. We have that same problem. It's telling me that this big part is 288, but I need to know the little part. So I'm going to do that same thing I just did. Part 288 plus, I don't know what it is, the whole circle equals 360. I get that missing part will be 72. So that red part's 72. So now I can write x, which is 72, times 19 pi divided by 360 is 11.94 feet. All right, scroll down to the bottom of this page. All right, the information up here says that EB is 15. So that's my radius. So 2 times pi times 15 tells me that my circumference is going to be 30 pi. All right, so I figured that out. Now I'm looking for the length of CD. Well, I got a problem because I only know the length of this one, which is 68. But I can cut my circle in half. If I cut my circle in half, half of a circle is 180 degrees. So I can say part 68 plus that pink part that we don't know equals that half a circle. So that missing pink section would be 112. So now we do our formula. X, 112, times the circumference, 30 pi, divided by 360. I want you to put that in your calculator and tell me what you get. And let's do number 6. Let's see, NR is 8. So our circumference is going to be 2 pi times 8. So that's going to be 16 pi. We're looking for NMP. So we're looking for that big part of the circle. Now, we know that this part right here is 162, which would tell me, and then we know that if we cut this in half, if I have a part plus a part, that's going to equal a half circle, which is 180 degrees. So that means that that little part is 18. So if I know this piece is 18, this piece is 162, I know these guys are vertical angles, so they're the same. So he's 18. So that whole red would be 18 plus 162 plus 18 would give me that whole thing, which is 198. So now I have my degree, 198. I'm going to multiply it by my circumference and then divide it by 360. Do that on your own and let me know what you get. When you're done, flip over to 10-4. These are your 10-4 notes. So we're going to talk about chords. Chords, if two chords are congruent. So a chord is just a section that touches both sides of a circle. So if AB is congruent to CD, then I know that arc AB is going to be congruent to arc CD. They will also be equal distance from the center. So that tells me that, again, if AB is is congruent to CD, sorry, then this little part FE is going to be the same as EG. And if the diameter or radius is perpendicular to the chord, then it bisects the chord and its arc. So if EH is perpendicular to AB, so EH is right here. We know it's perpendicular. Why? Because it makes a right angle. So if those are perpendicular, then AF, this line right here, is going to be equal to this line on the other side, FB. And the same is true with the chord. Chord AH, not chord, arc, AH is going to be equal to arc HB. So we're going to use that knowledge to answer these guys down here. So in number 1, I know that these lines are the same. It tells me these chords are going to be the same. So the equation I would set up would be 7x plus 24 is equal, because those parts are equal, 115. What about this one? 18x minus 2. We know if these chords are these arcs are the same, then these two chords are the same, equals 52. We're not solving these, we're just working them out. Okay, what about this third one? I know that these arcs are the same, which will tell me that these two chords are the same. So I would say that 9x minus 34 is equal to 4x plus 1. If you were to work that out, you would end up with x equals 7. The question is, find xy. So I need to know how much this one is. So you're going to have to use the 4x plus 1 and plug in that 7 to tell me the answer for that one. The next one, I know that because these chords are the same, these arcs are going to be the same. So my equation is 5x plus 6 will be equal to 11x minus 72. If I solve that, I would get x equals 13. I know you know how to solve it, so I'm not going to make you. And I want to know how much arc RS. So I want to know how much this arc is. This is what I need to plug x into, 11x minus 72. Plug in x and get your answer for that one. This last one, or this last two, I know that these guys are the same, so I know that these are the same. If I know a whole circle is 360, so all I'd have to do, this is 6x minus 20. I could say 76, that's the part I know, plus 6x minus 20 plus 6x minus 20, because I got two of them, and together they make that whole circle. So together we know a whole circle equals 360. So we could solve that and figure that out, what x is. This last one, if this little MP is 5x minus 34, and this little PN is 2x minus 4, we know they're equal. So I would set 5x minus 34 is equal to 2x minus 4. If I solved it, I would get x equals 10. But I want to know MP. So I need you to figure out what it is if I plug the x into that equation and get your answer for number 6. When you're done, get out your vocabulary for me. I added 2 words Two definitions. A chord, a segment with both endpoints on the circle. So it's just, it goes through the circle like that. Draw that example. It could be on any side. And a secant, it's the same thing, except it's a line instead of a segment. So the secant has the arrows on it. The chord just has points on the end. So make sure to add those two definitions to your definition page.